I grew up in a place that was quite magical. It was at a trading post, which is so foreign to so many people. If we ever wanted to go see Dad, which at some point we had to wait until it wasn't so busy in the trading post, but it was always fun to go in there and always be able to go see our father.
Connected to the house was the store. And you went from I think it was like the kitchen door that went into the back, where behind the counter, I can see John standing behind that counter talking to the Navajo people. And they liked him. They better than that, they respected him because he was kind and he was honest.
Well, he actually was like a father to us because my father was a construction worker and he was never really home. So he kind of overlooked us too, and plus his family.
We have tonight one of the strangest stories to come along in a long time. A group of American Indians has taken over the town of Wounded Knee in South Dakota, and they have been holding it for nearly a whole day.
The world was changing in the 1970s.
It was a movement to keep their culture. You know, who wants to be told by the government that they can't practice freedom of speech and freedom of religion? I mean, gosh, that was 1970s.
And my father was respected and we were liked in our little community, but that's not to say we were safe anywhere else on the reservation. Dad wanted to keep us safe from anybody that would come from outside our little world. And the only way to do that was to have a large deposit to secure that home. And the only way he could get that money was to sell his personal rugs.
Getting us off the reservation was the start of how everything just spiraled at that time.
Selling the rugs was the quickest and easiest way to get us off the reservation as quick as possible. That's where I think he made his mistake.
I know John. I did not check his books, but I know him, and he was an honest man.
There's only 2 times in my life I met people I think didn't have a soul. And he was one of them. And he was an IRS agent, just took glee in being able to hurt people. In fact, the guy said, "How can you take pleasure in doing something? How can you do something like this?" And he said, "I love it. I like to see people squirm." I mean, it was curdling.
IRS is not the little man's friend. I'm sorry. In the 60s and 70s was when we started seeing the change. That's when we were just starting to wake up to what was actually happening in our government.
He said, "That's all you get to take with you is your name." And he wanted to clear his name.